Living in the Bronx is hard because you have this label that you're not gonna make it in life, that you're like less than other people.
I was really bad through middle school. I was so bad. Then Rosie and Cardenas saw me, and they're like, oh, he's a bad kid. I want him.
Doing speech, it opens a lot of doors for a lot of people who can't pay for college. I'm not a sports girl, so this is what I have to do. Like, that's all I have, really, acting.
Not to be a shorty, not to be a white man. Yeah, she's here.
Ain't nothing but a broke-ass husband,
I know you're a man. The students know you're a man. Your godmother knows you're a man.
Speech and debate is like any sport, but it's public speaking, and that's the sport. It's like football, but for speakers.
It's just this vast competition of people, mostly talking to walls or performing with their partner if it's dual interpretation, but just acting out monologues and dialogues in the most craziest of ways with a 10-minute time limit.
They go to a tournament, they compete against other schools, then the judges decide who wins. In the end, it's about who can communicate their story the most effective and who can really take you to this place with their voice, with their body, with no props, there are no sets. It's just standing in front of a room and grabbing the attention of the room. Jackie Robinson, Mr. Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Hundreds of thousands of students compete in speech right across the United States. If you win enough heats, you can go to the national championships and you perform on national TV. And after nationals, many of the best performers are offered college scholarships. For the students of Democracy Prep here in the South Bronx, speech and debate's not just a hobby, it's a chance at a better future.
We've been able to get, over $1 million in college scholarships. They don't seem to give acting scholarships, but they do give speech scholarships.
After school, people are like, oh my God, can you go to the store? I'm like, I have speech, and they're just like, why do you still do that? And I'm just like, dude, like, I don't want to pay for college. Like, I like to do it. Leave me alone.
John! John!
The best thing about speech is not being yourself, playing someone else, but also knowing who you are. And also, you get to travel, which I love because it's really hard to be in a house with 2 bedrooms with 8 people.
You said, we're going to have a son. I know! Oh, Lord. What was that yell for?
I yelled?
Yeah, that was like so mean.
I thought it was soft because I honestly thought it was soft.
Rosie is the main speech and debate coach at Democracy Prep in the South Bronx, and she is the best in the business.
Rosie has been given every opportunity to work at the most elite institutions around the world. And she still chooses to come to the South Bronx and help young adults from the projects.
I don't want it to seem like I'm doing something noble by being in the South Bronx. The kids here are amazing, the family's wonderful. To me, I have everything I need.
Rosie really, truly saved my life. I was homeless. I tried to survive on my own and didn't want to tell anybody about my private problems, not having a family support, and she literally took me off the streets and saved my life.
One sees clearly.
Can you say, it is said?
Oh, it is said that one sees clearly with the heart. What is essential is invisible. I was really bad through middle school. I was so bad. Then Rosie and Cardenas saw me, and they're like, oh, he's a bad kid. I want him.
He was rude, self-endeared, outspoken, and I said, this kid's going to be so perfect in theater if he'll just learn to listen.
Boom! Boom! Awesome.
Stephen was on the verge of being expelled, so Rosie took him under her wing and he learned the art of listening. In 2015, Stephen and his partner Tavon won first place in the nation in duo interpretation. He would really love to win an individual this time around, but he has his work cut out for him. Rising new stars like Emmanuel de la Rosa are ready to dominate Humorous interp.
This is my first Yale tournament. I've never been to Yale, and since it's the first year, there's a lot of new kids and stuff like that. So getting to know more kids is scary, but also exciting also.
Big booty, oh yeah. Big booty, big booty, big booty.
Big booty number 6.
Big booty.
Big booty number 7.
Number 7.
Number 4, number 2.
Number 2, number 3.
Number 9, number 8.
You out.
And in speech, when you come as a team, you really realize that we as a whole group can just do so much more.
Our teammates, I don't consider them as teammates, to be honest. I consider them as family members because we're so close. And the positive energy around, it makes my day feel better. If I'm down, they're gonna help me and bring me back up. They're my teachers, my guidance counselors, my mother, my father, my brothers, and my sisters.
And vein for coveted ribbons.
And what vein?
And vein. Vine.
The students are rehearsing every evening this week, and then on Friday, we travel to Yale for what is going to be a grueling 3 days of competition.
It's the first tournament of the year, so the expectation for you this weekend is to do your best, but whatever is going to come from this weekend is going to come.
So, be good citizens, care about others, share your kindness, share a smile. You are carrying the South Bronx with you.
Love you, Rosie.
Love you, man.
Here we go! Are we on the ride? Which
The prince climbed up the counter to the top of the tower and said,
"Come with me, and we'll live happily ever after."
I mean that once I put it on, I was gonna look like a movie star.
At Yale, everyone gets to perform on day one, but some will be eliminated and will have to spend the weekend supporting their teammates. Although there will be many more opportunities to perform, everyone competing is looking to lay down a marker to set the tone for a year of competition.
Oh, what's that line that you said something about the hands and your eyes at the end?
Oh, he said to look at their hands and their eyes.
Oh, he asked me to get married? What did you say? Well, the wedding's next week.
I'm a novice, so it's like this is my first time, so I don't know what to do. Like, I want to take it as a learning experience, especially from someone like Curtis, who's done this before.
Don't get discouraged, man. Trust me. All about the experience.
I'm a little nervous. Like, I don't want to show it in front of like the coaches and stuff, but like it's my first competition, and I'm like really trying to get a feel of it for this first tournament.
I'm actually really nervous because I've done speeches before, but I've never had to like memorize something and then deliver it in my own way while still interpreting it from like the artist's point of view.
I really feel confident about today. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I really feel like I could win this.
We were up practicing till about 12 o'clock, so and I feel like it'll all pay off. So I'm excited. I'm excited. The nerves are gone, you know. Now it's just time to perform, get the story out there, have fun. That's it.
Hey yo, diddly bop. Hey yo, diddly bop. I got to get back to my block. I got to get back to my block. With some trophies in our hands. With some trophies in our hands. We gonna be some champions. We gonna be some champions. 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 Taco man. Taco man. Pizza man. Pizza man.
Yale. When you hear Yale, I'm like, whoa, big, fancy people, rich people. I'm scared, and because I'm from the Bronx.
When people think of the Bronx, they think of like bad things, which isn't necessarily true. Like, it's kind of stereotypical because not all of the Bronx is bad and not all of the Bronx is good.
I don't want to just do it to try to win something. I want to do it to make people laugh and connect with the audience, you know?
Hi, my name is Bradley Sherbet, and I'd like to show you my science project.
Sheriff-pathy.
A long time coming, but I know a change gon' come.
Tell me something, Rich Cole. Have you ever been in love?
So Pinocchio said, I want to be a real boy. I want to be a real boy. So he left his plastic bubble, kissed the filthy whore next door, and died.
Oh my gosh, I know you. You were the national champion. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's such a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
There were 2 breaks in HI. Emmanuel and Stephen Durosalye.
I just broke to finals in duo. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Curtis is the finals! Yeah, Curtis was the finals!
These kids have a lot of hardships. They come from so many struggles. And so it's very easy to think, there's nothing for me. What's, I'm from the projects, what is that gonna do? And you realize speech, it doesn't matter where you come from. Who cares where you come from? No one, the judge doesn't know when you're starting to perform where you come from. You win because you're good. Stephen and Tavon have picked up right back where they left off. Hopefully they will go all the way to nationals again. And we have a new champion. I am so happy for Emmanuel because he took first place at Yale. It's early days, but I am sure he can go all the way at nationals.
I did it last year, so I can't ask for it again. He got it. I'm proud of him. It's my last year, but I never did this before here, so I'm happy about that.
Everyone is super tired, but it's been a great weekend. It's totally worth it.
We have a tournament every weekend of this year. It never stops.
People call it human cockfighting.
It's violent and there's blood all over the cage. I think people who don't know about MMA or understand MMA immediately think it's disgusting.